Hi guys, and welcome to RCC Adventures. Now today, on this rather cold, dreary day, I'm going to show you the kind of checks you need to do for when you want to, if you're going out for a long journey. Like checking your oil, checking your tyre pressures, checking your screen wash, checking your coolant, checking that all your lights work, checking your handbrake, making sure that the car is hunky-dory. Also checking your tyres as well, making sure that there's plenty of tread, there's no sort of bulges, no bold patches, no cords going through, just to make sure that you've got everything, that you're 100% happy. That's what it's all about, is to make sure you're 100% happy, that you feel like you're not going to break down. But also, what kind of things you need to take with you in case. So, with your car, you should always have a spare wheel. If you don't have a spare wheel, you should have the inflatory foamy stuff that comes with modern cars these days, and you could have a jack, which normally is a wind-up one, which this has got, and you want to take a few necessary tools with you. So in here I've got a breaker bar, but I've also got a torque wrench. If I need to take a wheel off, I can torque it back up when I put another one on, in case of a flat. Take some screwdrivers, pliers. Don't take a hammer. Don't need to take a hammer. But also, if you do break down at the side of the road, make sure you've got a form of roadside recovery, because I'm with the AA. But touching wood, I haven't got any wood in here. Touching my head kind of makes wood. Just to make sure I haven't actually broken down recently. Now I've said that, I'm going to break down, aren't I? Oh well, never mind. Ho hum, I'm not driving now. I'm not driving at all today, so that's good. Anyway, I'm rambuting, and this is not a very good intro, but we'll use it anyway. So the first thing I'm going to check is the condition of the tyres. Now, don't think I have a penny on me, but you can use a penny or a 20p or a cent or any other coin in any other country to go in the tread. So looking at the back, I do need to change the back of these back tyres, because they are quite badly cracked, but I don't take this on long journeys. But the tread, you can see there, see my indentation on my finger, is quite thick. I'm trying to go all the way across. This is a little bit tricky because it is a lowered car, but trying to look all the way around the tyre as best you can. You can see it's like this here is like an indentation, so there's a tread wear mark. You can see it's still below. So check that one, and then we'll check one of the front ones. I'm not going to check all four for the purpose of this video, because you get the point. Now the same with the front here. There's the indentation mark there, and it's below where the tread is, going all the way along, and the top, checking the tread as best as you can. Obviously, being a lower car makes it a little bit tricky. Checking sidewalls. Obviously, checking the inner sidewall is going to be a bit difficult, because well, you could lift the car up in the air to check the inner sidewalls. You should do it really, but for the purpose of this video, you can take my word for it. Now I'm going to check the lights. I will be checking the oil, but I need to let the engine cool down because I had to put the car out here, so it's still rather warm at the moment. Yeah, so we'll check the lights. So I'm not thinking quite 100% straight, for the fact that it's rather cold. Don't need that. Right. Key in the ignition. Turning on the light. Putting it forward for that from the main beam. And put on hazards as well. So we walk to the back. See, that side's all illuminated. That side illuminated. Side markers on. In the front, that's all lit up. That's good. when it comes to checking the brake pedal itself, it can be a bit tricky. At work we use a pole that it's called a tote pole, because I work for Asda, and we use it by putting the one end on the pedal and the other end on sort of like the side of the car here, or side of the van. Wedge it in and you can check the brakes then. But what I can do is I can put it in reverse, like so, and that should put the light on, which it does. So yeah, so we'll take it out of reverse and is now in neutral. Turn the lights off, and then with ignition still on, you can check that the wipers and your wash work, which they do. And then with the back you can check that as well. Takes a little while for it to come through, but there you go. So lifting the bonnet up, you can see which stuff needs to be checked. So first thing we'll check is expansion tank. Nope, that's always good. I'll just put a hole for it, but you can see it, see the water in there. That's the main thing. Right, I have to take that. I don't know why I decided to do that, but hey ho. And then with the screen wash, just here, normally see down there, but I don't think you can. I know there's plenty in there. Come on, come on. It was tricky to put back up. There we go, that's on. Then you can check power steering, if you have power steering, which is in there. There's some in there. Same with brake fluid. See, plenty of brake fluid in there. It's not gone horribly green like the 5-door had. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you in tripod mode, and then I can check the oil. So bear with. So now in tripod mode I can use my hands, lifting up the dipstick. Now I always like to wipe it first before taking a reading. Now I haven't actually checked the oil for a while, but I haven't gone on any long journeys. It's only been short ones to work. If you look there, see the indication mark there at the top, that's your maximum, that's your minimum at the bottom of the hash, and you can see it's pretty much full. Wiping it clean and doing it again. It's always best in my eyes to double check. It's given a slightly different reading, but it's about the same. What other things you kind of want to look around here is just to make sure you've got no leaks, no wires, pipes or anything like that hanging off, nothing where it shouldn't be anyway. But you can also check the top of your oil cap. If I can get it undone, there we go. Just to make sure it's nice and clean, which mine is a little bit gummed up. A little bit gunky, but it's not gone creamy. If it's gone creamy, then your head gasket's gone, or you've got one of the water jackets has burst or something. It's not necessarily always head gaskets straight away, it could be something else, but you do need to look into it pretty much straight away. And if you're planning on going on a long trip and you find that, find another car to use until that's sorted. The old camper clean. This is due a service soon, so the oil doesn't look too bad. But you can definitely do with some new stuff. along with a filter. Oh, my hands are really cold. Convenience wise, you can always check that your aircon's working, depending on how hot it is. Obviously you don't need aircon at the moment. Well, I don't need aircon at the moment because my aircon doesn't work. I think it ran out. It worked when I bought the car, and then it stopped working. So I'm hoping it's run out of gas, but we'll see. So check that your aircon's working, obviously by going inside, pressing your aircon button, and seeing it come through. Moving on. So the next thing we're going to check is your tyre pressures. Now you can use a tyre pressure gauge or a pump, because the pump comes with either an analog dial or it comes with a digital face. I've got to try and find mine now. There it is. Found it. So this one has got a digital face. And it's 12 volt. Just plug it into your cigarette lighter, as long as you've got one. 5-door didn't have one. And you normally would have to put your ignition on, because some 12 volts, most 12 volts, cut off when you unplug. That's probably quite close to my face then. So we're going to check on this one. If you look, I've plugged it in, and you can see the digital face has come to life. Taking the valve cap off. Trying to do that one-handed, a little bit precarious. You can see it's down 27.5. This one I do have to quite regularly pump up. Just turning it on. I know you won't be able to hear me now. Yeah, I like to set mine to 32. Sometimes they're different due to load, due to weight. But I generally set mine to 32 because most of the time, most cars are like that. So yeah, using your, if you've got a tyre pressure gauge, that's a bonus. You don't have to unravel your pump, but at the same time it's quite good to have your pump out, because if you suddenly go, that's a little bit low, you just turn it on and pump up. So yeah, that's kind of the general checks really. Oh, I didn't do the handbrake, did I? That's one thing I didn't do. So the handbrake, because it's on at the moment, and we're on a hill, I'll put it in gear. So it's only being held by being in gear, and it's just to make sure the handbrake is on. Take it out of gear, see the car's not moving, so the handbrake is holding the car. Unplug that for a minute. I'll sort that out in a minute. But yeah, hope that helps you out, guys. I know there's probably quite a few of you out there that watch my videos, know how to check on your car, but I like to make sure that if I'm going on a long journey, to make sure that I've done all these checks, because there's nothing worse than breaking down at the side of the road because you forgot to check something, like your oil and your your engine go bang, or coolant so it gets too hot, or you didn't check your tyre pressures so your tyre goes bang or goes flat. Obviously going bang in all these situations is the worst case, but it can happen. I've seen it happen. It's not good, really not good. So you want to make sure you do these checks. And I'm going to leave it there, guys. I hope you I hope this helps really, and if you could please, you can subscribe to my channel and go watch my other videos. There's plenty of them out there. Share on social media to get me more noticed. Like and give me any comments. Cheers, guys. Oh, and all the Instagram and Twitter will be in the link below. Cheers.